Hello, welcome to another stream of me doing a random stream. So I've been playing a lot with the Twitch API lately, and I've not found anything to suit my needs. So I started creating an app. So I've been thinking about using TMI or Twitch.js, and from what I've tested until now, it seems that Twitch.js is a little bit more powerful. So for now, I am using that. Well, for example, if you look on the left, let me switch these windows because I look. Okay, a little bit of. So if you look on the right side of the player, when you type a message, a pop-up with your picture will show up right now, and this, or did I? Okay, so yeah, test. So you should see your pop-up there, and a little count button with the last messages in I think it's 30 seconds right now. And at the end of the stream, I will be able to type a command and show the top 5 people that send messages on this stream. So it's kind of a community builder thing, because Twitch wants streamers to have active viewers. So I've thought about using a first command for this. And also I did all sorts of crazy testing things, and let me show you one command that only works for me. I hope it only works for me. Let's see. Light on. Yeah, look at that. I now have lights in my room, so the lights in the room turned on, and I can also do light off. So this is pretty cool. I mean, you can, yeah, I think it does not work. Yeah, yay. So I coded that. Okay, I was thinking about this because when my account will be an affiliate, you can have that point system and redeem stuff, and maybe for 200 points you can turn off my lights or something like that. So this will be cool to implement, and basically it already works, but yeah. So also, let me think. If you type commands, it will show all the possible commands. For me, it also shows the broadcaster commands and moderator commands, and if you would type commands, it would only show the commands you can type. So maybe something like desk, it sends this. And what is cool is I really like the way the code turned up to look like. So let me share my screen. It's really small right now, but it's cool because everything is done in React. So let's see if we let me change the zoom command. This should this one, okay, and yeah, right, that. So the bot is made up of made in two parts. So the main part is a Laravel application, because why not? I love Laravel. And one of the tricky things I had to do is, if we go into, where is it? So app, HTTP controllers, Twitch out. I have yeah, I mean, I can show you how easy it would be to implement it. So let's see, live coding, make a new command. So I have this quick commands.js, and let's add another command here, uses. Users, and then we can do another if statement here. If command starts with uses, then go to my website /uses, I think. And this can also be aliased as other than users, you said setup. Okay, and basically now if you type uses or setup, the bot should respond with this link, and it works without reloading or anything, which is pretty cool. Let me set up. Look at that, it worked. And basically all we have is a React component, and yeah, that was easy. I thought about the structure a little bit to make it maintainable, and this is the good part is this is an React component. It returns nothing, returns null, so it doesn't show anything on the screen as an overlay. But I can also make it show something, or maybe create something new on the overlays. So overlay test.jsx, import React from React, const overlay test equal to, and export default export default overlay. So I just export this component, return. Yeah, this auto completion thing is powered by GitHub Copilot. This is also pretty cool. But now if I save this, if you look on the top, let's make something like class name padding 16 BG purple, because why not? We like purple too here. And look at that, it just works. It's nice, and I did not know this is possible. So you can dynamically include React components, and if you think about it, it looks or sounds like magic, but Webpack knows how to do this. I'm curious what happens if we delete this. Yeah, it just disappeared. Interesting. And what else do we have here? So another cool thing is, for example, let me show you this. Make a new overlay component. Testing dynamic config.jsx. Copy this. Import React from React. Const this is equal to return div. I don't know what happened to Emmet in VS Code. So we now have a div. This would be, let's see how easy it is to do something. So class name is equal to absolute width screen, height screen. So yeah, flex column, justify center, align or not, item center. So this is Tailwind. So the bot uses Tailwind too. And now we can make a new div here, BG purple 200, rounded padding, let's do padding 8. Test. So this works. And then we have a thing called options. Use bot options. So we have something like this, and then we can, let's show the JSON dot stringify options dot get. This is null, this is 2. So I hope I have nothing confidential in there, but options, yeah, it is working, but the text is too long. So let's think how we can do that. Max width, something like this. Yeah, the text overflow hidden. Yeah. So the tricky part was I wanted to have a config file. So if we take a look in the Laravel app, we have a bot config file. So the tricky part was to make sure that this config stays in sync with the JavaScript applications. And I did not want to make it so I have to reload the bot when I change any of these settings. So let's say I want to make this working on X. So when I hit save, I want the changes to be available in JavaScript so React can use them. So what I did, let me see first if it works, because if it does not work, I will brag about this for nothing. Yeah, look at that, it updated. So what happens is when I change this file, I'm not sure if you know Laravel. How good do you know Laravel? On what level? So right now, if I type project, the bot is sending the new command, the new value I updated here. So if I change it back again, it updated, and then I can do again project and it works. So what happens is I have a WebSocket server, so I also have this script. So when any of the files in the config folder changes, I am triggering a function which does PHP artisan, runs an artisan command, and this command, so it runs on adding new files, changing or deleting. So anytime I delete something in the config file or change it, it will run this command. And this command is here, let me, yeah, this one. All it does is it dispatches a command to the WebSocket server, and this event that is broadcasted to JavaScript is let me now hide this because not a lot of code is visible now. Return null. So this sends an event, and then I can pick up this event, which is, I think, here. Yeah, so I can listen on the general channel. I can group this into multiple channel, and then I'm listening for the settings updated event, and in here I am saying a console log if I'm debugging that, and practically updating the options we have in a store in React. So this is something I am proud of the result, not actually the work, but I like how it works. So basically it's like I'm using a PHP application, but I'm writing it using React. So what I had in mind for the stream, I've been working on this for some time. Not sure if I have something that I did not show. So I also have a clear command, but I'm not gonna run that. We have the project command, which sends what I'm working on. Then we have some quick commands with that I just changed on the start of the stream. Does this work? Yeah, it works. It's a little bit outdated, but works. So also let me check something. Yeah, it works. So also the bot stores the, let me show you this too. So I have a database table called chat commands, and this command is storing all the messages sent in the stream. So at the end of the stream I can run the top command and show the top 5 people that chatted here. So I'm just grouping by user ID, I think. User ID. So even if you change your username in the meantime, which is not likely to happen, but it should not matter because I'm looking at the user ID. And not sure. Yeah, this is the only table I currently use for the bot, but because the bot is powered also by a PHP backend, we can use a proper database that is stored locally, and I'm using MySQL 8, which is interesting. So I'm not a big fan of things like Supabase or hosted databases on the cloud, because you have a little bit of latency, and yeah, not really something I want to use. So it's nice that I can use the tools I know. So I know Laravel a lot, I know React, so I build my bot with those things. So I'm thinking I had something in mind to work on this stream. I want to make the bot say something in the chat on a regular period. So on every 5 minutes, or after 20 messages, show a message from an array. Something like a random thing. So I will go ahead and start building that. I'm gonna start by copying the clear command because it's the clearest. It's the one with the lowest amount of code. So I'm gonna name this periodic message, something like that. This will be renamed to periodic messages. Then right here we are not gonna do anything For now, we will just console.log the message, and I know that I have somewhere in here, I think in the main Twitch bot. So I am logging every event from Twitch, which I don't want now in here. So I'm gonna comment out this. Yeah, it works. Okay. And I'm gonna open a new browser window. Come in here. Let me resize the terminal. So I'm thinking we go to localhost 8000, I think, and this is running basically a copy of the bot, but not all the commands work. So I think this will not work either. Let me check, but I have to do this, and this will go dock to bottom, maybe like this, and make this a little bit bigger. So this will not do anything right now because we're having an if statement here. So if it's not the main instance, and I can test this way things without messing up with the stream. So yeah, I'm gonna say periodic message, import and use this. Okay, and in here I'm gonna let options equal to use bot options, and if options dot get that main instance. So if it's not the main instance, console log this thing. So let's see, let's clear this and type test. It shows the message in here, so that's good. Now we're gonna need a state, so const received messages set received messenger equals to 0. So we have 0 messages. Let's import this. Then we're gonna check if the message if e dot message dot starts with so if it starts with this, so it's a command, we don't need it here. Else we're gonna say, so basically we need this here too, I think. Okay, if it does not start with the exclamation mark, so it's not a command, then we need to set received messages to this thing. Then if received messages, look at that, GitHub Copilot kinda knows what I want. So if the received message is greater than 10, client, which is the Twitch client chat.say, we are gonna hardcode this to Philippa row. This is an ad. Not, this is a reminder to follow me if you are currently not doing so, like this. So if received messages is greater than 10, then we reset this thing. Okay, so let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It does not work. Which is weird, because it should. Now let me test another command, which is clear. So we have an empty state in the chat. So if the received messages is equal to or new count, so we need a new count, const new count equal to this, and if new count greater than 10, so on the 11, let me check with 3 messages, and console.log new count, like this. Okay, and let me clear this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it works. And now 1, 2, 3, 4. It works. So this is fun and easy. So I'm gonna do an equal to, so on the 10th message, or how should we do the timer? Let me think about this. So when we receive the message, so maybe in here we're gonna do an interval of or maybe not an but yeah, an interval, and every 10 seconds, so this has to be like this, I think. On every 10 seconds we're gonna copy this bad boy Bad boys, what you gonna do? This thing, and when we clear the effect, we have to clear the interval as well. So now if we wait for 10 seconds, the bot should come up with a new message, and it did 3 times. Weird. 2 times every. What's this? Clear. So it sends 2 messages. Why is that? Set an interval. Three messages now. What's wrong with this guy? Let's comment it out. So how can I do this? Let's try it again. Clear. Now it's sent 2. Let me see if I can live debug this. 2 messages. 1. So clearly the interval is not clearing. Okay. Let's do this another way. I'm gonna say something like, let timeout equal to useref will be, let's do 0, and then in here we're gonna create a new function. Send random message equals to this thing. So send random message. I'm gonna copy this here and say here send random message. Save this. Okay, so send random message. How should we do this? So this is, we need a property to know if this comes after triggered by. We're gonna have something like this, and then let's change this. We're gonna have a timeout now. So timeout.current, remove this const boy. This will be a set timeout of 10 seconds, and in here we're gonna call send random message, and the triggered by will be timeout. So this is triggered by the timeout. Like this. It's sent once now, but I did not want it to do that. Set timeout. This is interesting to think of. So it says this: if trigger by is timeout, clear timeout, and the timeout is timeout.current. Makes no sense, but let's do it. And also we're gonna, this should be extracted to a new function called schedule. So we're gonna schedule, call it in here, and here we're gonna do schedule again. Like this, clear interval, clear timeout, timeout.current. Let's see. Clear. So we're gonna have a message, 3 messages. This is crazy. So 3 messages. Then how many after 10 seconds? Just 1. 2. Let's pass this in here too. So we have a 0 now set. 2. 1. So I think only when reloading it's something messed up there. 3. Now this is not working like it should. So schedule should return const timeout ID equal to return timeout ID. Clear this. Schedule. Let I equal to schedule clear timeout of I. Oh, so this is sending twice because, yeah, of course it does. So options that get, and in here if client and not options that get main instance. So this is loaded twice once for in the OBS screen and once on my browser. So it stands to now. Let me close this for now and see if it, yeah, it still does. Clear. So why does it not follow my command? I am your master. So if client and options get main instance. So this should work. Let me turn off the bot and turn him back on. So now we should not get any messages, and we don't. And now let me visit the bot locally again. And we have one. In another 10 seconds we should have another one. So yeah, this is working now. Okay, so when I'm working live on the bot, I always have to check if it's the main instance or not. Okay, let me change the interval now to something bigger, which is every 60 seconds or times 3, which is 3 minutes. We're not gonna see it work now. We just saw one and we should no longer have another one. Why do we have this? So timeout, schedule, clear timeout, schedule. Let me test this thing. So options that get timeout dot current. Maybe this is messing up. Let me, instead of actually sending the message, doing a console.log sending a message, and then this is triggered by whatever. So triggered by, this should no longer send a message if I refresh, but I should see the message in here. Let me see if this works. And it doesn't, because why it's, well, send random message. This should work, right? What's wrong with this? Why does it? let's see, view page source, localhost. Cookie, copy link location, 8080. What's wrong with this guy? Why does it say 8080? JS. Let me restart the whole server again. So it's looking for 8000. Okay. So, okay. Do we call the schedule function? Yeah, we do. Console.log works. It says it works, but does it? It says works, but then the schedule function is not doing anything. Console.log schedule. Oh, I'm really dumb again. So I've set this to be 3 minutes and I have to wait for 3 minutes. So let's say this is 10 seconds times 1. So every 10 seconds we should have a message. Schedule, sending a message. Now after 10 seconds we should have another one. Yeah, look at that. And now let's wait another 10 seconds. Let's make sure we only have one. So we only have one. Now when we receive a message, timeout.current, we also need this in here. Like this. Or maybe we don't need it. So when we get a message, we increment the count and then we have to do clear clear timeout.current, but I'm not sure this will have a value. So let's see. Console.log timeout.current, like this. So let's say I'm sending, we should have a message soon, but if I'm sending something, it should reset it. And the bot is quiet, so this seems to work. But then the other thing is not working again. The other thing being that should work too. So let me see. Sending a message triggered by, let's have a value in here. Clear. So the value, where do we call that? Schedule, send random message. Number of messages. So this is triggered by the number of messages. So we have one timeout. I'm sending one now. The timeout did reset. And basically, if we keep sending messages, we should have, we have this, but it's undefined. Not sure why. Send random message. Oh, what did I do in here? So random message, and I only need this number of messages. And now that works. Let's see if a message would send. Yeah, it sends. Now if I do this, it should reset the intervals, and we have a message for number of messages. So this is cool. It seems that like the system would work, but the only thing is when we send a message for the number of messages, we also have to do clear timeout.current, this guy in here. Schedule message, timeout, test. And now 10 seconds later it should send one. It does. And now I should build the so let's build an array of messages which will be stored in here. Const messages equal to use ref, and this ref will be an array, and let's say this is a message. You can follow me on Twitter. want byte, and then https twitter.com/philipacro. Okay, at the end of the stream we'll see the most active persons in this chat. So go start chatting. Okay, we have 3 messages now, and we have to update the function that sends the message. But this is not working. Okay, so I think it's because I've changed the order of the hooks. Never mind. So I hope it's that, at least. So now sending a message, and let's test this thing. Yeah, look at this. So console.log sending message. Send random message. But it's not showing the updated function, so let's see. Schedule. Send random message. Sending message. Let's refresh. You can follow me on Twitter. Okay. This is a reminder to follow. At the end of okay, this works. So instead of console logging, say message like this, and let's update the amounts. So every 1 minute for now, and every 10 messages. So this should work. So now every 1 minute we should have a message, or every, where is this guy? So clear this thing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you're still here. Okay, so this works. Every 10 messages the bot spams with a random message, and now after a minute it should also Send a message. Removing all this debugging thing. This thing also. Okay, so I'm gonna also update to 3 minutes, but let's keep it to 1 for now. Come on, come. Okay, this works. So let's update this, and basically it should be done. Let me do lights on. So this works too. Let me check the logs. I was curious to see if after 1 minute we would get, but it seems to be working fine. Clear this thing. So a timeout. Did we have 3 minutes already? Weird. So how can I see the timestamp of the message? Seems I can't. So let's see. We have 3 messages. It gets a random message from those. And I think I'm gonna update this to what? How can I see the timestamp in here? So timestamps. Okay, so we still have that every 1 minute, not 3. So this is somehow not changing, but schedule. Let me refresh this, and I'm gonna keep it in here, but 3 minutes it's too long now. So this was a bit harder than I imagined, but I think we got it working now. So let me review this thing again. In the meantime, the timeout will work. So we have messages, we have a timeout ID. We're setting this, we're also returning schedule, send random message. This looks okay, I guess. And this will work. We just have to move it, so we have to enable it on the OBS instance. How can we do that? Is by inverting this condition in here. So okay, I'm gonna convert it for now, and this has moved to the OBS instance. And let me test another command that you did not see, but I worked on this a bit. So when I type top, let me check first if we have everything in here. We do have. And then when I write this command, we should so when I write top, we should see the most 5 active chatters, so called, in the chat. So who sent the most messages? I think it's a little bit buggy now, because let me check the database before running it. We also have, so we have Mihai. Let me see. Mihai. Who's this? Me? Oh, it's still Mihai. Okay, this looks, I've thought that the bot is also in here. So let's switch to this and hit enter here. Woohoo! Mihai, you sent 21 messages. So this worked, and I've also sent messages, but because we have this to false, this is not saving my messages, so only Mihai's messages were saved. Yeah, Mihai, you're the real MVP, like the bot said in the chat. This animation and sound was pretty interesting to also implement last night. So yeah, let's hide this and maybe call it again. I really like this. And let me try something else. So I'm gonna edit the config, and I can say that staff can participate, which will be true now. Okay, it did send this, and now I have one message here too. Let's see, this should be saved in the database. It is. And now if we go in here and disable it so I don't forget it like that, this should also so I think we can remove this from in here and also remove it from here because it works for now. Test. Yeah, it still works. And now let me mute my bot sound and call top again, this time without a sound. So Mihai and me, yeah, this is amazing. You can do some amazing things with JavaScript and PHP. You can change the world actually. Let me clear this, and if I call the top command again, it hides. Okay, anything I wanted to build? Yeah, I think I wanted to build something like Florine has on its stream, Florine Pop, to have a point system. But not sure that is doable in this stream, but I guess it is. A thing that I can do, look at that, the bot is also active. Let me drink some water. So yeah, we can build something like Florian has, which let's do this right now. At least we can build a backend, and we'll see about that. So artisan make model, then we create a migration too, and so we can have a model that has a point. I mean, not yeah, we can create a point that is mapped to an hashtag to a user. Okay, let's do a point. Then let's close all of this and go to this migration. We have an ID. We should also have this stream ID. After this, we can have a big integer called user ID, then table string username, the bot is doing his stuff. I like that. So we have a stream ID, user ID, username, and then we need the hashtag hashtag, and I think that's it. So stream ID, user ID, we have timestamps too, username, hashtag. And maybe we also need something like a UUID of the game. Something like game ID. Artisan migrate. Then after this thing we should have the table in here, points. We have this working. We should create a new listener command in the bot. So commands, this is not a command, I guess. Let me check. Dynamic, do we have dynamic in here? Overlays, commands, private. Let's do it in commands for now. Commands. And this will be, how do we call it this? Point system. Then this will be points system. We export this. Then this is okay. Let options equal to user bot options that get. So okay, if client and options that get that. So if this is not the main instance of the bot, like this, we need to console.log the message. Okay, so we have the message coming, I guess. Let me clear this and type test. Oh, we don't, because we need to actually use this in here. So point system like this, and now if I do this, yeah, now we have the message. And now we need something like we need a way to npm JS. Let's search for UUID. We're gonna install this package, and then we're gonna call the start command again. Okay, so we have that available now. We're gonna use it in here, so better to have it. Okay, and then let's think about the structure of the state. So we're gonna have a game. The UUID will be something hard-coded for now, like this. Use state is not defined. Yeah, it works better if I should define it here. Okay. So hashtag is equal to game1. Not sure what this point is, and users will be something like this, or maybe let's make it an object and say ID1 is Philip Barker, something like this. Would this work? Okay. I think this would work. Then we have to loop through this. So when a message comes, how can I do this? When a message comes, I have to loop through all the active games. And check if the user is there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. For let key value of object duct entries, this works. Okay, if e dot message, if e dot message dot starts with value that hashtag, so if message starts with that hashtag, exactly that hashtag, then and not value that users of e dot, let's check this out. So this is tags dot user ID, this thing, e dot tags dot user ID. So if we don't have that user, what's wrong with this? If this so this should be let me first clone deep the games, and then we're gonna have G in here. So if this is G key dot users e tags user ID is equals to tags user name or user display name. Yeah, let's have e tags display name. So if this is like this, then at the end we have annoying flies. So at the end we're gonna say games is this, and then use effect. Let's console.log games when games change. So like this, game 1. We have users, but of course this is my real ID. So let me refresh this. We have this thing in here, game 1, game 1 users, Okay, so maybe don't have nothing in here. Refresh this. Game 1. Now we should have my user in there. First time it should not be in there. Okay. And if I'm saying game 1 again, it should not matter because yeah, the user is already there. So this seems to work. But now we have to generate the game dynamically. So we can do that by if e.message start with points. So if it starts with points and e dot tags dot streamer broadcaster e tags badges dot broadcast. So only the broadcaster should be able to open the points game, else we're gonna check for this. Then the set games old games, we have this old games, we return this, so all games, and we're gonna insert something new in here, which will be UID, will be UID v4. So we're gonna generate an UUID, then we're gonna say the hashtag is equal to e.message dot replace points and the space with nothing. So we're gonna replace this, and this will be the hashtag, and the users will be an empty hash map. So something like this. Let me delete this thing because we don't need it. Set games, set timeout, we're gonna have a timeout for 10 seconds, then we're gonna say so after 10 seconds and we also have to say something like active true, and after 10 seconds new UID new UUID is equal to this, and after a timeout we should say set games, all the games, and in here we're gonna say something like clone dip all the games, let index equal to g dot find index g UUID equals to this new UUID. What's wrong with this? Oh, in here like this. So this in index is this, g index active is false, and we will say something like client dot chat dot say in e dot chan, let me search for this, e dot channel, so this is okay. Game ended 4 points number game ended for hashtag. So after 10 seconds the game will end. So let's test this. I'm curious to see what happens. I'm gonna refresh to make sure I have the latest. So points Friday. It's Friday there. I have an error. Where is this guy? Oh, so this old games. This should be an empty array. And instead of points, let's say game, or maybe something like just H, and then we're gonna refresh this and say if clear H best test. It broke. G active, G index is undefined. Oh, I'm stupid. Or am I? Yeah, in here we have to return G. So we have this, but it is still active because we have to say it is inactive. This is no longer active. And then we can say something like G index dot users object dot is this dot length plus 1. What am I doing in here? So this keys length plus 1, users got points in this round. So let's do another one, but when we check this, we have to say value dot active at. Okay. Two users got point. What? It should be. Oh, I know because I did the +1 here. So clear. Zero user because I'm stupid and I enter something else. Test. We have 5 games now. All of those are active false. So that's good. And now we should import those into our database. I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna end this stream because only Mihai is here and I'm sleepy. So how can we do this? Imported false. We're gonna have an effect. Let imported games that imported games equal to this. Then we're gonna have another effect on the games. If games, so if games we're gonna do the first imported games. First not imported equals to games that find imported games. So this is not imported. Console.log. No, so not imported and G and not active, so only those that ended. We do have an error in here, which is from this guy. Okay. If was not imported, we have this first not imported that UUID. Console.log imported game. So this imported the game. It imported the second game. And we have to do this if first not imported dot users. So if object dot keys of this dot length like this, then we're gonna fetch, let's see how we can call this API save game, save game. We're gonna save the game. We're gonna debug everything in the request for now, and this will go to save game. Okay, fetch API save game method post headers JSON stringify game then something like this, save game. Let's see if this works on first try. We're gonna open the debugger thing and we are gonna say h2 to game users. Okay, we have this working. Game is equal to request get game if game for each game users game users as user, then let's see how is so we have to include the stream ID as well. So stream ID, we had a we have an atom. Stream ID. Every time we get another stream ID, this will change. If games and we have a stream ID, this will be game ID stream ID, sorry. Stream ID. Chatters, I have to enable this. Imported game, and now yeah, we did have this, so point is equal to new point, then point stream ID is equal to request get stream ID. So this thing is the stream ID, then What else do we have in here? Stream ID, user ID will be ID, name, point, user ID is equal to ID, then game ID, point, game ID is equal to game UUID, point username is equal to name, hashtag is equal to game hashtag. Like this. And what else do we need? Nothing. Point save. So let's see this in progress. Imported the game and we have that. And then let's do another game like and that works. Awesome. So we are saving the points. Everything works. Let me test how can I quickly so let's see. New scratch file PHP. This will be something like point all point get. Does this point get, then we're gonna collect all group by user ID. Let's see how this works. Hello, hello. Let's do a quick game. Let me check. So basically I'm building the system that Florian has with the points and early gang. So we can test that works. Let's test. So once I open the game, so now we should have yay, you got a point. So Mihai, okay, that's good. And now I have 3 points, you have 1 point. So this is nice. Four points, look at that. I wanted to see if you are active. Yeah, you got a point. So everything is saving. The only thing I want to do now, and we will end the stream after this, is to show an overlay on top if there is an active game. So let's see how we can do that. Active equals to games find. Okay. If active I usually deploy those on DigitalOcean. I have a VPS that has all my applications and websites. Something like $20 a month. So let's see. Light off. I'm a night owl, so it's better to have the lights off. What can we do here? If let's invert it for now. So if it's not active, okay. Linux with Nginx. I don't use Apache. Last time I used it, it was like 5 years ago. I like Nginx because it's simpler to work with it. So we're gonna return a div. Class name is bg. This padding for absolute top. Yeah, Nginx is cool. Left 0. You can. I hate those flies. Go away. Type. So something like this. And maybe make the text a little bit bigger. It's not active, it's a fake message for now. But this is gonna show up when the game is active. And I had a transition thing which was in here, animated. We're gonna use this. And can we do this thing? Show. So this is always visible. Animate on mount. This is okay too. Down, some sliding down. Yeah, this should work. And make it 700. What's wrong here? React. Oh, import React from React. Is visible equals to active. Animation. Active is undefined, so this should not be visible. Animated, animate mount. If not active and opacity is 0, something like this. Let's see. I think it worked. but the animations are not working, so let's fix that. Animate CSS. Fade in down. Yeah, I'm not sure I can do something about it. I think. No, it's not turned on. I'm gonna take a look. Let me just slide in down. So this should slide in down. Fade in and fade out. Animated is visible at active not equals to undefined. Oh, that was it. So let's try. The only thing is that this guy in here so let's revert and I'm gonna give you I want to also make this configurable, so let's play a little bit with regex. Online JS regex. So we can have the test one. How can we do this? something like this. Hmm. Or let's not mess with regex as at this late hour. We're gonna keep it simple, so we're gonna say hashtag time split by space, and work active for is equal to time other than that 10 seconds. And now I'm gonna activate the game with a hashtag test for for 15 seconds. Oh, you typed in fast now. Nice. And let's test one that is really quick for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Wow. You are not fast enough. H. And let's see, the default should be 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, it works, but I counted wrong. So this works now. Let's look at the points. I have 5 points and you have 4 points. Let's do one hashtag me high for 15 seconds. And I won't type it, so you can have 5 points like I do. It ended and you get 1 point, which is here. Nice. Oh yeah, you counted. Let me take a look in here. Settings, stream. latency. I have low latency, so not sure. Maybe there are a lot of people on the internet right now, or something. The latency is not good. Yes, how this works. Late gang. 20 seconds for late gang. Oh, I was too late. So let's do this again. Look at that. It works, and maybe change the message. No, let's not mess with that. So points. This thing. So we have to go into, I'm not sure, that's what I'm trying to see, if that points command is from Streamlabs, I think. But loyalty. And one thing I can do, and then I promise I leave, is make a command so you can see how many points do you have. So if message that starts with my point, my points, if this is true, we're gonna do a fetch. This will be a API get points for user get points for user that tags that tags user ID. Then we will have a response. Then we'll have client.chat.say that something like this. Okay. It tags username it tags, where are you? It tags display name if points equal to 0, Now we have to define this. So get user good night, Mihai. Thank you. I'll end the stream soon. See ya later, tomorrow, next week. Have a great night. User ID. Okay, this works. Points. Point. Where? User. Hey, this works. Let me add this to the commands list and I'll finish the stream. Quick commands. My points. My points. That works. Okay, so we are streaming for 3 hours. I guess it's time to end because it's late in night and I'm so sleepy. So before ending this, let me turn on the light yeah, my bot is so helpful. So let's take a look before closing at the top persons that interacted with me in the chat, but this will be a short list for sure. Let's see. 51 messages, Mihai. Nice. Nice. It's nice to have people like Mihai in your community. Okay, so let's hide at the top. Thank you for watching this long stream of me just working on things. I'm short on subscribers and followers. My goal is to reach 55 followers so I can take the next step to becoming affiliate on Twitch and having more stuff to work on with the Twitch API. So maybe use bits, use something and interact with those things. So that was all for today. Thank you for being with me and maybe for watching this long stream, and I'm gonna see you on the next stream where we will work on something interesting too. So thank you for watching, and see you the next time. Bye bye.